Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Monday morning with Business Coach. I hope and, and I sin- and I pray that you had a fantastic Diwali, and now we are back to it. So today is day 15, back to our life and business transformation phase. So if you remember last week, and I'm not not too sure how many of us, because it was a Diwali day, could attend the Facebook Live. If you haven't got the time, please go to your YouTube channel and you will find the recording. Because last week we spoke about what does Diwali teach us about entrepreneurship and how can we use those learnings for a better for a betterment of our business. So that's what we spoke, and spoke about 6, 7 things out there and which you can directly implement in your business. Because the objective of doing these Facebook Live sessions is to help you take these learnings and implement in the business. Because, like you said, or like we've all learned, result is an outcome of the actions we take, and the action is an outcome of the learnings we take. But learnings do not translate into results. So today, 31st of October, the month of festivity is kind of over till we go back into till we go to end of December. So now it's the time to be back in this 5 months to go, ladies and gentlemen, for the end of this fiscal. 150 days. What we are going to do in this next 150 days is going to not only determine the course of FY 22-23, but the future of our business. So let's roll up our sleeves and say, what are the things that I need to do from now? It's a time for closure. It's time to bring to a closure all the hard work that you've put in for the past 7 months. You've met customers, you've done your list, you've done your cold calls, you've submitted proposals, you have done a lot of activity. But now it's the time for closure. Let's not forget that for all my clients that I speak to, between October and January, February, depending on the kind of business that you are in, if you're in the industrial segment where the manufacturing and the execution takes about 30-60 days, then from October to January is when you just focus on closure, because that's what is going to bring in your revenues, and that's what is going to do impact your P&L. Anything that you do after January is for the next fiscal. But now it's all about closure. So today we are going to talk about productivity and self-discipline, because it is said that if you can't control money if you can't control your emotion. Self-discipline is doing the things that we know that needs to be done. And if we do these things consistently, there is no way we will not enjoy high productivity. So self-discipline and productivity is linked to each other. There will be days when we don't want to do the things we need to do, and there will be days when we'll just not do anything. Once in a while, it's fine. But as long as these are far and few, and these are conscious decisions, not working is a conscious decision. If I don't want to work because I'm down, I want my rest, I want to go out and have a good time with my friends, I want to go out on a holiday, I want to do something. If it's a conscious decision, it also is part of your self-discipline. But let's not move into the opposite of self-discipline, and that is self-sabotage. By not doing the things consistently that we need to do, we are not only sabotaging our prospect of being successful, but we are defocusing from the entire purpose of our life. There are many examples in business and sports, people who have been highly talented and highly intelligent, who have sabotaged their own success. And I personally believe self-discipline and passion to succeed can overcome any lack of intelligence, any lack of talent, any lack of financial support. It can overcome anything if we all have that self-discipline and the passion to succeed. Now today I will talk about five. strategies, fundamental strategies for building self-discipline. And these are simple things. These are things that you do on a day-to-day basis. These are things that we've spoken about in the past. But let's look at this again. First, daily task list. Your fundamental to your building your self-discipline is, do we have a daily task? The day before this day starts, that is Sunday evening or the Saturday evening, do you and your team members have a daily task list and a weekly task list of what are you going to achieve? And underline the word achieve. And I'm not using the word do, because doing can keep us busy, achieving can give us results. So what are the things that we want to do and achieve in the next 1 day and the next 6 days or 6 days? And every evening, look at that list and say, have I updated that list? How much have I achieved? How much have I not achieved? What are the reasons for not achieving? Give some time to analyzing that task list. And too many of us are in the reactionary mode. We come to work in the morning, even as a business owner, I've seen multiple business owners come to work in the morning and say, okay, what do we need to do today? Second, know your weaknesses. We are human beings, and we are human, and we all human beings have weaknesses. What are those weaknesses? If you don't know, go and ask someone else. Get to know yourself is a fundamental for self-discipline and productivity. Obviously, the next step would be to overcome those weaknesses. One of my clients once told me that execution was a challenge for them. They could strategize, but they couldn't execute, which is common for many of us. There could be somebody who's great at executing, but can't strategize. There's somebody who can look at the small picture, but not look at the big picture. For somebody, planning could be a weakness. For somebody, self-discipline itself could be a weakness. Understand, do this introspection, and ask yourself, what is it that I'm weak in? It's all about understanding and accepting them so that we have a plan to overcome it. And the overcoming could be by self or by getting somebody else to come and assist us in that. There could be somebody who just don't know how to manage the money. That's fine. We are human beings. We are not here to become perfect. We are here to become a great individual with a great business. And for that, we need to overcome our weaknesses. And in some cases, overcoming could be by building a team or by hiring a coach or a mentor or an accountability partner. Number 3, have your plans. You are on 31st of October. What are the plans for the next 5 months? If you truly want to set yourself up for success, you need to have a plan, a written down plan. This is the time when we are closing on 22-23, but we are also planning for the 23-24. What do I need to do in the next 3, 4, 5 months to close this fiscal on a high? Along with what is it that my plan of 23-24 should look like? We should be able to start formulating the plan, and paper and pencil is the best instrument to formulate that plan. What will be your revenues? What will be the profits? The number of clients that I will have, the offices that I will set up, the product segments that I will have, the market segments that I will get into. Put a plan to it. Too many of us are focusing on things which are in the mind and not documented. Number 4, and this is absolutely the opposite of having of self-discipline, if you may call. Have a cheat day. You're not robots. You are human beings, and you need to have cheat days or cheat hours. A lot of people speak about productivity and self-discipline, but then they don't even go out for lunch because they feel that lunch of 45 minutes or 1 hour or 30 minutes is a waste of time and it's impacting productivity. No, sir, it is not. You need the time to relax. You need the time to unwind. And if you truly want to be productive, as long as these don't form part of your plan, you will never have the self-discipline for the long haul. I always tell my clients that you have 5 roles to play. One, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. Number two, you're a team leader where you should be spending quality time with your team members. Number three, you need to find time to network. So you're a networker externally. Number four, you need to set aside time for friends and family. And number five, probably the most important, is the time for self. We need to have those 5 compartments. At different stages of businesses, this compartment sizes could differ. But if you are not working towards that 5 compartments of life, your self-discipline and productivity will go for a toss. When you're setting up a business, it would mean sacrifices. So you would say, I don't have time for friends and family. Fantastic. But set a timeline by which you will be able to find people or activities that you can give up for finding the time for friends and family. But never ever give up on the self. Always find time for the self. And that brings us to the fifth strategy or fifth activity for today, or fifth strategy for today. What do I need to give up to get things that I want? Listen to me very carefully. What are all those things that I need to give up to get those things that I want? And I break it down into 2 parts. Part 1, we all have 24 hours a day. Whatever we do, we can't have 30 hours. So if you want to do something bigger and better, there are some activities that you start to focus on to get the bigger things. That's where team building comes in. There will be activities we need to delegate. So when I started on my coaching and consulting journey at the ripe old age of 46, someone asked me this very, very interesting question. And that probably was the the way things turned around for me. And he asked me this: do I want to be a consultant or a coach, or do I want to own a coaching and a consulting company? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. How important is that question? And what are those important questions that you're asking yourself? What is it that I want to become? Not what is it that I want to do. I want to be a coach, but I want to become the owner of a coaching company. I want to become the owner and the founder of the biggest, most successful business coaching company in this part of the world. What is it that you would want to become? So some trivial things I had to give up. And I said, I love driving. But even though I didn't have the wherewithal, or I did not want to put in the wherewithal because the business was in a very nascent stage, the first thing that I did was hire a driver. Because I realized that by hiring a driver, I could achieve so many things while I'm sitting in the car, and also not to worry about parking. So what are the things that you need to give up every 3 months, every 6 months, so that you can focus on those bigger things of life? If you're going to work at 2 to 3 levels below your capacity and competency, then you're not growing your business. You're only growing probably your income and probably your activity list, but you're not growing your business, and you will never grow your business. Part 2 of what are the things that I want to give up? To have a longer term focus for success is to be able to sacrifice on things that they are nice, but may not be important at this point in time. You must have heard the statement, you either live with the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You either live with the pain of discipline or the pain of regret, and the choice needs to be made by you. I am nobody to advise you on this. But if you really want to achieve that success, you truly need to give up some things. You may not be able to do everything all the time. So your priorities need to be clearly defined. And you need to be able to manage the temptation of a short-term pleasure over long-term success. These are the 5 strategies for building self-discipline. The self-discipline is the only thing that can improve productivity. And by doing these 5, by implementing these 5 over the next 7 days, or starting to implement, you will 100% improve your self-discipline and thus have this higher degree of productivity. Day 16, we will speak of some more strategies and then link to improving your self-esteem. Because self-esteem is a truly critical element for all business owners. We are the loneliest people on planet. You are the loneliest people on planet. Business owners are the loneliest people on planet when it comes to business, not as in the societal sense. You'll all have your rough days. But one thing that can never be impacted or compromised is your self-esteem and your self-confidence that I too shall overcome this. Thank you so much for watching. End of October, 5 months to go again. Please keep writing to us. Wherever we can help you, we will certainly help you with everything that we can do. Reach out to us. Send us your queries. You can send it on the YouTube channel. You can send it on the WhatsApp. You can drop it on the Facebook. And me or my team members will certainly reconnect with you. Keep writing to us. And till next Monday, same place, same time, with Business Coach Moloy, a very good morning and a very wonderful beginning of the month of November. Thank you so much.